Mexico is about to become the laughing stock of the world, which is really saying something given the times we're living in right now. Clown World says, is Mexico really about to ban memes? The ruling party just proposed a law that could jail people for up to 6 years for posting memes or videos that humiliate politicians. Every other meme, I guess, is fine, but it can't be about humiliating a politician, apparently. They call it protecting officials. Everyone else calls it censorship. If mocking power becomes illegal, you're not living in a democracy, you're living in a dictatorship. And we got this picture of this crazed person that's running Mexico right now. But I want to focus on something that really stood out to me when I was looking into this situation before I even go deeper. Never forget how she became president. Yahoo News. Mexico elects first female president. Claudia Sheinbaum was elected the country's first female president after a bloody election campaign that saw 37 candidates assassinated. Totally on the up and up with nothing to see here, guys. We have this post from La Derecha Diario, and they are already taking this and running with it with the memes, which is great. Love to see it. Argentina. Claudia Sheinbaum's party proposed an anti-meme law to censor people. The left-wing president seeks to shield her government from people's humor and criticism on social media. October 5th, 2025. And this is translated from Spanish. It says, a new and concerning bill introduced by Mexican Congresswoman Armando Corona Arvizo from the ruling Morena Party. And if you're not sure with who this Armano guy is, this is Armano. Hey, Armano. This is the guy introducing it. Led by Claudia Sheinbaum, has caused strong controversy in Mexico by proposing to censor people for posting memes on social media. The legislator proposed amending the federal penal code to punish with up to 6 years in prison and 600 days of fines those who create or share memes, stickers, GIFs, or edited videos that could, quote unquote, affect the reputation or damage the dignity of public officials. Now, clearly, these boomers have no idea how the internet works because all they just did is create a million memes of politicians in Mexico by doing this. The proposal, which has already been dubbed on social media as the anti-meme law or anti-sticker law, seeks to classify these actions as a form of so-called digital violence, expanding the concept to the political sphere, which has caused concern among broad sectors of Mexican society. Corona Arvizu argued that technology has become a tool with the ability to build or damage a person's image in seconds, which is not true at all, by the way. If you actually understood how technology in the internet works, it doesn't damage you at all. The people that look at you negatively want to hate you no matter what. And the people that look at you positively want to like you no matter what. Memes do not affect that whatsoever. And that for this reason, it is necessary to establish criminal penalties. If that was the case, how the fuck would Trump be president of the United States? Have you seen the memes of President Trump throughout the past decade or more? And he's the president. Doesn't seem like it affected him in a negative way. And I've seen a lot of crazy shit posted about him. The left-wing congresswoman even claimed that each manipulated image or shared meme can represent a direct attack on dignity, honor, and private life, and proposed that if the victim is a public official, the penalty should be increased by up to half. This is legit insanity. Like you should not be allowed to drink tequila while you're on the job in Mexico. You could not possibly come to this conclusion with a sober mindset. This is insane. This authoritarian initiative is being harshly questioned by Mexican society, since it is a clear attempt at censorship and control of people's criticism. On social media, thousands of users expressed their rejection. Of course, here we go, Streisanded their rejection of the proposal, pointing out that Morena and Claudia Sheinbaum's government seek to shield themselves from humor and people's criticism. A law of this kind could open the door to the judicial prosecution of citizens for simple jokes or political criticism. Who does Mexico think they are? The UK? Australia? You're not allowed to do this. Only those crazy countries are doing this. You're Mexico. You're not that crazy, are you? Directly attacking the freedom of expression guaranteed by the Constitution. Meanwhile, the initiative is under review in the Chamber of Deputies, and it must still go through committees before being discussed in the full chamber. However, the debate has already moved into the public sphere and has become a national trend, with most comments targeting the left-wing ruling party. Oh my God. Would you imagine my shock that the left wing are the people behind doing something like this? Now, I found it funny because when I was searching for information on this topic, I came across this from a website called article19.org. Mexico, Congresswoman tries to ban memes. This is posted June 24th, 2015. 10 years ago, this bitch tried to do it. Didn't work back then. And what did I say about all this digital ID, free speech, aggression, save for the children, protect the kids? Every 10 years or so, I'm on record for saying this, these same psychopaths try again. And they learn from what didn't work the last time and try again the next time. And if it doesn't work the next time, they go back in hibernation mode for 10 years and it boils back up again and they try a different way to get it to pass. They will never fucking stop. And it's not just Mexico. It's not just the UK. It's not just Australia. It's not just Canada. It's America that I am personally worried about. And thank God for that Constitution. But my goodness. And this is another article saying from the Yucatan Times, Morena proposes anti-sticker law targeting political memes. Now, my mentality on this is, I mean, it's pretty obvious to say. What constitutes a meme and what constitutes that negating someone's political appearance or perception nationally? How do you decipher the difference? What if someone really likes you and they post like a picture saying, hey, I like this person, but they edited the photo to do something to it, to give like the Mexican flags next to it and stuff like that. And they're like, that's a meme. That's not good. Oh, wait, no, it's okay because it doesn't make me look bad. That, like, this is what we're running into is how do we know the difference? It is interesting, by the way. I've seen a lot of people posting this too. I'd be remiss if I ignored this. 37 candidates assassinated. Oy vey. And a lot of people are memeing that she appears extremely Jewish. So for what that's worth, I wanted to at least mention that. It is what it is. When you're ready, you won't even have to ask. Yep, she's working for the cartels or they're working for her. Either way. Grok, is that true? Seems like that would be bigger international news. Why did Grok not reply? I would have loved to see what Grok said. On the blood of 37 people? Wow. Well, to be clear, too, by the way, I did a little bit of fact checking with ChatGPT on this before I started going over it. I said, how many people were killed or assassinated during the most recent Mexico election? It says it depends a bit on how you count killed or assassinated, candidates, office holders, staff. But here are generally reported figures for the most recent 2024 election. According to Reuters, at least 37 candidates were assassinated in the run-up. 37 candidates. Some report higher figure when including local officials and others. Yikes, Mexico. Get your shit together. So in summary, the most cited number is 37 candidates. I said who won and provided a picture of them. The winner of Mexico's 2024 presidential election is Claudia Sheinbaum, ran under the ruling Morena Party in coalition with the Greens and Workers, and won by a landslide, getting somewhere between 58 and 60% of the vote in the quick count. And now she's trying to ban memes. And I followed up saying, is there any connection between her victory and the assassinations of others? Just because I was curious. And it says there is no credible evidence that her victory was directly caused by the assassinations of others, but analysts see indirect connections and systematic pressures and how political violence can shape an electoral environment. And it goes into detailing all the other stuff that happens there. But I guess suffice it to say that Mexico is a complete shit show when it comes to elections and politics in general. And nothing more telling than a situation that came up 10 years ago with a woman once again trying to ban memes. And now we have 10 years later, well, this Armando dude, but part of the ruling party with this chick right here, that is the Mexican president trying to get memes banned. And the worst part about it, it's not like a speeding ticket violation where they slap a 300 peso violation on you. No, they want to put you in fucking jail. No, sorry, not jail. Prison for 6 years. Insanity. Insanity. And I know it shouldn't be too surprising, especially when you look at through the glass of UK and Australia. But where did we go wrong as a species where we can't even make jokes about politicians without being threatened prison time? That's insane. That's insane. I'm not talking, by the way, I'm not talking after someone gets assassinated, memeing and stuff like that, which, by the way, I will always say, I don't want those people going to jail either at all. I think people should have the right to have dark humor, say crazy shit, prove to the world that they're insane. But I sure as shit am not going to be buying a product from any company that hires those people. That's where I stand. That's the free market in action. I don't want to see those people go to jail, though, at all. No, let them be crazy. Don't try to eliminate it, because when you try to silence people that are insane, then you start to not be able to see who the crazy people are. Then it gets even scarier. But yeah, Mexico, fix your shit. I'll leave that one there. Another 5 from Luis. Shout out to real Mexican journalists. They get vanished by the government and the cartels, yet they keep reporting. Isn't that interesting, by the way? Mexico is fucked. It really is. Like, anytime you think America is fucked, like living here and politically with the left and the right and what goes on every election, just look at Mexico and be like, well, at least we're not that. I think the left and the right can agree on at least we're not Mexico. Because yeah, that is crazy.